What's up, y'all? It's Tyler with hooksets.arefree, back at it with another unboxing on video. Hope you guys are having a great day. This, I'm super pumped about. This is some 2019 ICAST products. These are brand new bass fishing lures. Pretty much all from Strike King, I think. And these are the new Rage Tail products. So, let me show you what we got. These are Ned rig baits, mostly. Strike King put out a whole bunch of new baits this year. I'm not quite sure why 2020 was the year that they just decided to pump out a ton of new soft plastics and a ton of new hard baits too. So, first thing I noticed is that these are packaged like the standard perfect plastics and not like Rage Tail. At least with this first one. This isn't a Rage Tail. This is the Perfect Plastics Ned Ocho, which is a Ned rig bait. It's a 2 3/4 inch. I got this in the Morning Dawn color, obviously you can tell, but this is flat-sided like the Ocho. Well, it's actually octagonal like the Ocho, but it is flatter on 2 of the sides, which will make it a really interesting rig on a drop shot. Though this is made for a Ned rig and will stand up, apparently, super buoyant. So I'm excited to try that. And you know, the prices are not listed on here, so I can't quite give you any reference. Some of these were relatively pricey and might play a factor in whether or not I recommend them ultimately. But I am just so excited to try these new baits that I couldn't help but grab a pack of kind of each of these baits in one color to try them out. I didn't load up on anything. So there were so many new baits that I decided to get kind of one of each. So that right there is the Ned Ocho. Okay, next up is the Rage Tail Baby Bug. This is probably what I am most excited about to try. This is the Rage Bug, the Structure Bug, in a downsized version. Check this out. That's awesome. This right here is the Moon Juice color. At least I believe, yep. Which I didn't realize so much. The Moon Juice is almost split colored. Can you see that, to where it's light on one side and dark on the other, to where it would probably be a good bait to rig like so and swim, rig vertically as opposed to horizontally. I'm probably going to end up using this Baby Bug a fair amount. I do like the standard Rage Bug quite a lot, and I can't see myself replacing it with this necessarily. That's not what this is going to do. But this is certainly going to have its place in my arsenal of finesse jig trailers and finesse Texas rig baits. So I am really excited that Strike King and the Rage Tail family finally put these out. I'm a little bit disappointed that these don't come in a clamshell packaging. Like I said, it's a lot like the Perfect Plastics packaging. I did get one more package of those, it looks like. Can't find them. And yeah, of course, see, you can see that they're all jumbled together in the package here. Not organized at all. I'm not necessarily worried about them getting messed up, but that's not how I would store them. So I will almost for sure be taking these out of the package immediately and putting them in my Plano boxes with my other finesse jig trailers. But let me give you a quick look at this color. This is like, it's called Black Blue Swirl. So it's not quite a hematoma. each bait is going to vary a little bit in how much blue is swirled into the black. But very cool color. New color for Strike King, and one that I'm excited about. So one in the moon juice, one in the black blue swirl of the baby rage bug. Like I said, probably what I'm most excited about and what is least surprising that Strike King would put out. It's kind of the one thing that they didn't already have out. Next is the Rage Ned Bug. This is not too different than what we just looked at in terms of what it is. It's got the side appendages and it's got the kicking tails, but it does not have the antenna in the middle, and it does not have nearly as wide of a body. This is made for a Ned rig. My guess is that it's probably got a slightly different density plastic, though I could be wrong on that. I don't know much about this, therefore I only got one pack of these baits. I want to try it out and see what it's like first. So I just got it in the standard green pumpkin, which obviously a great color. These come, looks like 9 to a pack. And I think they were something like $8. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, some of these were relatively expensive. And one more time, that is the Rage Ned Bug. Literally only comes up to here in the package. You probably need custom packaging for these guys. This is in the standard Rage Tail bag, as are all of these, but the baits don't fill the bag. Okay, next up is another Ned bait. This is the Rage Ned Cut'r Worm. This one I'm actually really pretty pumped about, and I got 2 of these as well. I could almost tell that I was going to like this bait straight out of the gate. Wait a second. 3/6. Came with one missing from the package. That's annoying. That's lame. Alright, well. One of these. I got it in the moon juice. Already showed you this rad color. This is the Rage Ned Cut'r Worm. This is a downsized version of the Rage Cut'r Worm. It's got that same Rage Cutter tail. However, this is a downsized and different bait here. This is 3 inches in total. This is not the same as if you cut the tail off of a Rage Cut'r Worm, which I think I've got some right here. So if you just took a regular Rage Tail Cut'r Worm and you trimmed it down, it's a much different profile, and the tail is about twice as big. Okay? I think that's important. When you're swimming a Ned bait, this tail is too heavy. Especially if you're going to stop it and you want that tail to just sit there and kind of swim in place and quiver. This bait was designed for that to happen, and this bait was not. Okay? Just a little note there. And why I went ahead and bought 2 packs of these, even though I've got a few colors of the standard size Cut'r Worm. So, got 1 pack of the Moon Juice, which is incomplete. In the grand scheme of things, what is one bait? There it is, guys. It's the Rage Ned Cut'r Worm. And again, it's in packaging that just makes those tails want to fall down right away. So it's not that big of a deal, but it could end up being a bigger deal. So maybe Strike King assumes that we're going to take these out of the package. Here's the other color that I got. This is called Dirt. I think it's a new color for Strike King, to be honest. It is like a, it's a hybrid color that is like a bright green and a brownish color. And it's awesome. Okay, this is the Rage Tail Punch Bug. I don't know if you've heard anything about the Punch Bug, but this is literally a beaver style punch bait. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, when I saw this online, I'm looking at it thinking, that's not anything special, honestly. It looks just like a freaking D-bomb and like a lot of other things like it already. I'm thinking, what makes it so much different than a Rage Bug, and why would it be worth it? But when I'm holding it in my hand right now, the thickness of the plastic underneath these ribs is something to note. Look at how fat this is. I don't know if you can tell. That's about as thick around as a 3.8 inch Kitech swim bait or Rage Tail swim bait would be. Like, let's just compare them real quick. I'll show you. Here's a Rage Swimmer. That right there is a side by side, a 3.8 inch Rage Swimmer and the new 3.5 inch Punch Bug. Just how fat the head is. Okay, this plastic is really thick. I actually really like the way it feels in my hand right away. So that's why I'm taking the time to explain it to you. Of all the baits I got today, I would say this Punch Bug was the one I was most skeptical about, the one I was least excited to get. And now that I've got it, it is probably the most sleeper bait of the bunch that I got here. And this is by far the heaviest chunk of plastic that I bought today, and therefore I feel like the best value that I got. And it gives me optimism that these baits are going to do well in a punch setting, that they might hold up better than some of their competitors. I'll be honest that the Bandito Bug, while it's been an awesome fish catcher and I love the action, I love the look of it, it is not very durable. That's been a problem for me. Last up is the Magnum Menace Grub. It's the Menace Grub, but upsized. Oh, baby. Let me show you a side-by-side of these. Here's, oh, this one was poured wrong. I can feel a big bubble in the bait. You can hear it. It's weird. They wouldn't even be able to tell. You can't tell looking at it, but feeling it, there's a big bubble in the bait. I'm going to check the other ones to make sure that that's not an issue. Or a design feature, maybe. But I have to imagine it was a pouring issue. Ooh. This has some decent bulk to it. Let me get my scale. 10.5 grams. This is a 3/8. This thing weighs 3/8 of an ounce on its own. Okay, so that opens up a lot of possibilities for what you can do with it. Just checking these other baits. Yeah, it was a mispour. That one in the middle. So not a big deal. That happens. Anyway, these come 7 to a pack. So I think that's a pretty good deal when you get a Magnum bait for 7 in a pack at the standard price you'd be paying for the normal or for the baby. I'm a big fan of the Menace Grub. It's probably one of the most versatile baits that Strike King makes. And So this Magnum just opens the door to a couple bigger applications, just like the Baby Rage Menace did when they released it a couple of years ago. It's one of my top finesse jig trailers. If you haven't already seen that video that I just put out, go ahead and check that out. That is going to do it for today's video. Just 7 or 8 new packs of baits, handful of new products from Strike King, released at ICAST 2019. Soon to be released everywhere, not quite available on Tackle Warehouse yet. I just wanted to take a quick peek at them and show you guys as soon as I could get them. So, hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.